Have you ever considered how innovation and creativity, often seen as drivers of progress, might actually be hindered by certain types of property rights? It seems counterintuitive, but for many, the very systems designed to protect creators can become obstacles. Stephan Kinsella, a prominent libertarian scholar, argues strenuously against intellectual property rights. He asserts that patents, copyrights, and trademarks are not legitimate property rights at all, but rather state-granted monopolies that conflict with true private property principles. Kinsella's argument hinges on a fundamental distinction between what he calls real scarcity and the nature of ideas. True property rights in a libertarian framework apply to scarce, rivalrous physical goods. If I use a pen, you cannot use that exact pen at the same time. This is scarcity. However, an idea, a song, or a design is non-scarce and non-rivalrous. If I share a recipe with you, I still possess the recipe. We can both use it simultaneously without diminishing its availability for others. Intellectual property laws attempt to make these non-scarce items artificially scarce, creating a monopoly over their use and reproduction, which Kinsella argues is an unjustified intervention in the free market. Understanding Kinsella's perspective means recognizing that the focus should shift from owning the idea itself to owning the asterisk physical embodiment of the idea. If someone invents a new machine, they own the machine they built, but they do not own the concept of the machine in other people's minds or the right to prevent others from independently creating a similar machine. Innovation would instead be incentivized through lead times, trade secrets, branding, and contractual agreements for physical goods, allowing true competition and consumer benefit to flourish. This perspective deeply connects to the homesteading principle, a cornerstone of libertarian property theory, which states that one can acquire ownership of unowned natural resources through first use or mixing one's labor with them. Kinsella argues that you cannot homestead an idea because it is not a scarce, unowned resource in the same way land or raw materials are. Granting intellectual property rights, therefore, is seen as granting a government-backed monopoly privilege, which ultimately raises prices and stifles follow-on innovation. By challenging the very notion of intellectual property, Kinsella prompts us to reevaluate how we incentivize creativity and protect creators within a truly free market. His work highlights the critical difference between genuinely scarce physical resources, which are the proper subject of property rights, and non-scarce ideas, which should be free for all to use and build upon, fostering a more dynamic and truly innovative society.